I'm just gonna say regarding again that Presbyterian Jewish Hospital felt like I was in limbo town, especially knowing this dark-skinned old lady named Alma. And Alma, in fact, is actually like an ancient tree or something like that. Something like that. And when I researched Limbo Town, I came across Mother Limbo. And come to find out, she looked exactly, and she had the like a not a scarf but a bandana on over her head, just like Mother Limbo. I felt like I was in Limbo Town. I even told my nephew and niece's father that when I came out when I came out the hospital that I felt like I was in Limbo Town when I was in that Jewish Presbyterian hospital in Brooklyn. Because not only that, in that place they had moles. They had mole, like it was cold. It was practically cold practically every fucking day. Excuse my language. Excuse me. It was practically cold every freaking day. And they had moles on the top of the ceiling on the floor where I was at, like not where you could able to see, but like one of those like office places where they had like those. It's not brick and it's not cardboard. It's like something like cardboard, where it's like white cardboard, but it's like a little bit sturdier, and it had polka dots on it, and you could see the mole in it. And another thing, when I was in, I think that's enough. Yeah, just felt like I was in Limbo Town. I've been there. And even this lady, she even said that I was talking to her, and I was yeah, exactly. In the hospital, oh my God, in the hospital, it felt crazy. It felt freaking crazy. There was a chick choking herself. There was some elderly fighting amongst themselves. There was some weird people not weird people. There was some people not getting along. There was people. There was a catatonic Native American female, and she had some problems with some light skinned coworker, not coworker, whatever. No, she wasn't a coworker. She was a patient. One of the coworkers had a problem with whatever. In that order. And I was talking to. I eventually talked to the chick that was choking herself. She calmed down a little bit. And you know what's crazy? I come to find out, I'm like, I'd seen her choking herself, and I told one of the people, I'm like, look, she's choking herself. She's one of the regulars. She's been here. She'll be all right. She's not gonna choke herself. She's just going through some stuff. I'm like looking at, I'm looking, and then that's when I look at her, and she's still choking herself, like she want to die and shit. And I talked to her. She got a son, like at least 13, like at least a little bit taller than me, and she's around my age or something like that. But when I was choking, I'm like, she was choking herself. I'm like, yeah, anybody gonna stop her? And I'm like, okay, all right. And then a couple of days later, I get eventually to talk to her. But it wasn't the chick that I was talking to with the blonde. That was another chick. That was and I was talking to her, and she said it feels like 8 or 9 people are in my brain talking to me and figuring and messing with me and telling me to do stuff and do this. And I'm looking at her like, listen, what you need to do, even if just pretend, because it makes people feel better in that way or not, or it depends on how people deal with it. But I told her, you know what you need to do is say, not agree to those thoughts, and think to yourself, no, I don't want to think this, or no, I don't want to have these negative thoughts. I don't want somebody invading my mind. Like, at least put like a moral mental barrier on your mind. from and she was having problems with her husband and all that type of stuff and whatever. And I told her to like to at least focus on something, like at least read something, like read like I don't just something like that. I forgot what I said. It was some. It was. I talked to a lot of people. I met a lot of people, and it was some weird people. It felt like a Hall of Fame in there. I swear. I even met a black dude there that has some verbal altercations with that actually look like the black version of my Spanish stepfather, Giovanni. Dijo. Weird name. Especially the last name. It's just weird. It's I'm not and then people gonna question, oh, was he taking this? Was he taking that? Were you taking drugs? What drugs you were taking? No, I was only smoking, actually. I wasn't even drinking. I was only smoking weed. Was the weed laced? Was it not laced? Where were you smoking at? With who you were smoking? Did you? Come on now, these freaking bastards, man. Giving it all for me, and still. Yeah, that's enough of that. Whatever. Let me just ranting now. All right. Okay. All right. Whatever. Clocking out.